The silence felt wrong, not peaceful, not welcoming, just wrong. Amara stood at the doorway, her suitcase hanging loosely from her hand. 3 years in Canada, 3 years of sacrifice, of distance, of promises whispered through late night calls. She had imagined this moment 1,000 times. None of those versions felt like this. The curtains were different, the walls emptier. Danielle, she called softly. No answer. Then laughter, a child's laughter. Her heart leapt. She dropped the suitcase and ran through the hallway, past memories that no longer felt like hers, straight to the backyard. And then she stopped. Daniel, her son, older now, taller, laughing as he kicked a ball across the yard, alive, happy, but not alone. A woman stood beside him, smiling, comfortable, at home. Careful, the woman called. Slow down. Daniel laughed. Okay, Mom. Mom? The word hit like a slap. Amara froze. Mom? Her breath caught as the world seemed to tilt beneath her feet. Daniel ran toward the woman, who bent slightly, brushing dirt from his shirt with effortless familiarity. See? She said gently. Okay, Mom, he repeated. Again, Mom. Amara stepped forward. The floor creaked. The woman looked up. Their eyes met. Everything changed in that instant. Daniel turned. His smile faded. Confusion replaced it. Mom, he said. This time he meant Amara, but it wasn't relief in his voice. It was uncertainty. You came back? He asked. Not, I missed you. Not, where were you? Just that. Amara forced a smile. Of course I did. But something felt broken already. The woman placed a hand on Daniel's shoulder. Go inside for a minute. He hesitated, looking between them. Two mothers, one choice he didn't understand. Slowly, he walked past Amara, without touching her, without stopping. The door closed behind him. Silence, heavy, unforgiving. I didn't think you'd return, the woman said. Amara's voice hardened. Who are you? My name is Lila. The name meant nothing, but her presence meant everything. Why is my son calling you mom? Lila didn't look away. Because for 3 years, I've been raising him. The words sank deep. What about his father? Amara demanded. Layla's answer came quietly. He left? The world seemed to pause. A year after you did. Amara shook her head. No, he wouldn't. He did, Lila said. No anger, just truth. And you? Amara asked. You just took my place? Lila exhaled slowly. I didn't take anything, she said. I stayed when no one else did. The air grew heavy. Amara glanced towards the house. Her son was inside. Her son, who had called someone else mom. Something inside her hardened. This wasn't over. Not even close. I'm not leaving again, she said. Lila nodded. I didn't expect you to. And inside that house, a child sat between two truths, not knowing one of them was about to break. Daniel sat at the edge of the bed, his small hands gripping the fabric of his shirt. He could hear them, not every word, but enough. Voices low, tense, careful, like something fragile was about to shatter. He stared at the door, waiting, hoping someone would walk in and tell him what was happening. No one did. Outside, Amara stood still, her arms folded tightly, as if holding herself together. You should talk to him, Lila said quietly. Amara's eyes didn't move. He didn't even hug me. The words came out sharper than she intended. Lila didn't respond immediately. He's a child, she said finally. He learned to live without you. A pause, then softer. That doesn't mean he stopped needing you. Amara swallowed. The truth stung, but it didn't comfort her. I'm his mother, she said. And I've been the one here, Lila replied. Not a challenge, just a fact. The door creaked open. Both women turned. Daniel stood there, small, silent, watching. Are you leaving again? He asked. The question hung in the air, heavy, fearful. Amara's expression broke. No, she said quickly. I'm not going anywhere. Daniel didn't move, didn't smile, didn't run to her. Instead, he asked a question that mattered most. Then, why didn't you come back before? And just like that, everything she had prepared to say disappeared. Amara opened her mouth. Nothing came out. How do you explain absence to a child who only understands presence? I was working, she said finally, for you, for us. Danielle's eyes didn't change. I needed you, he replied. Simple, honest, unforgiving. The words settled deep into her chest. I'm here now, Amara whispered, stepping closer. He stepped back, just slightly. But enough. I already have a mom, he said. Not cruel, not loud, just certain. Behind him, Lila stood frozen. Not proud, not relieved, just aware. Aware of the line that had just been drawn. Amara felt it too. Sharp, invisible, real. She looked at her son, the boy she had carried, loved, sacrificed everything for, and yet he was choosing someone else. Or maybe he already had. This isn't right, Amara said, her voice tightening. You're confused. Daniel shook his head. I'm not, he said. A pause. Then quieter. She stays. 3 words, but they changed everything. Amara turned slowly toward Lila. For the first time, there was no confusion in her eyes, only challenge, only fire. You think this is your place now? She asked. Lila met her gaze. No, she said calmly. I know it isn't. A bit, then, but it is. Silence, heavy, unavoidable. Amara exhaled slowly. This wasn't just about coming home. This was a fight, not loud, not physical, but deeper than that, a fight for love, for trust, for a place in her own child's life, and somewhere beneath the pain, a realization began to form. She hadn't just been gone, she had been replaced, and taking that place back would cost more than she was ready to give. The night settled in slowly, heavy, watching. Dinner was quiet. 3 plates, 1 table, too many unspoken things sitting between them. Danielle ate without looking up. Leila moved gently, Privichno, placing water, adjusting his plate, wiping a small stain from his sleeve. Amara noticed everything, every small act, every instinct, every moment that should have been hers. Did you finish your homework? Lila asked softly. Danielle nodded. Yeah. Show me after dinner, okay? Okay, Mom. Again, that word. Amara's grip tightened around her fork. A sharp sound echoed against the plate. Daniel glanced up briefly, then back down. Lila didn't react, but she heard it. They all did. I can help him, Amara said suddenly. Too quickly, too forced. Daniel hesitated. I already did it, he muttered. I mean tomorrow, Amara pressed. I'll be here. Silence. Daniel looked at Leila. Not Amara. Leila paused, then gave a small nod. If you want? Daniel shrugged. Okay. But it wasn't agreement. It was obligation. And Amara felt the difference. After dinner, Daniel stood. Can I go to bed? Lila smiled gently. Brush your teeth first. He nodded and walked away. Still no hug, still no closeness, just distance. The bathroom door closed, water running, a routine Amara didn't recognize anymore. I didn't teach him that, she said quietly. Lila leaned against the counter. No, she replied. You didn't. Not cruel, just true. Amara's eyes burned. I missed everything. Lila looked at her then, really looked. Yes, she said. A long pause, then softer. But it didn't stop growing. The words lingered. Painful, honest. From down the hall. Mom, Daniel called. Both women moved, then stopped, a beat. Lila stepped forward. Amara stayed behind, watching, listening, as someone else answered her child's call. And in that moment, the truth settled deeper than ever before. Love hadn't disappeared, but place. Place had shifted, and reclaiming it would not be simple. Daniel stood in the hallway, toothbrush in hand. He looked at Lila, then at Amara, just for a second. Good night, he said, not to both, to Lila. Amara felt it, like a door closing quietly. I'll tuck you in, Lila replied. Daniel nodded and walked away. Amara didn't follow. Couldn't. She stood there, listening to footsteps fade. You should go to him, Lila said softly. Amara shook her head. He doesn't want me there. Lila didn't argue, because they both knew it was true. From the bedroom, a faint laugh, a soft voice, comfort, familiar. Amara closed her eyes. 3 years gone, replaced by moments she would never get back. When Lila returned, the house was quiet again. He's asleep, she said. Amara nodded slowly, then finally asked, does he ever talk about me? Lila hesitated. A long one. Then, not anymore. Silence. Heavy. Final. Amara looked toward the dark hallway. Something inside her didn't break this time. It hardened. I'm going to change that, she said. Lila studied her. Careful. Measuring. Then gave a small nod. We'll see. And just like that, the real battle began. Morning came quietly. Daniel walked past Amara. No smile, no pause. He went straight to Lila. Mom, where's my shirt? Amara didn't move, didn't speak, just watched. Lila handed it to him. Here, normal, easy. Daniel took it and left like Amara wasn't there, a ghost in her own home. Her jaw tightened. Daniel, she called. He stopped, slowly turned. Yes, polite, distant, not hers. Amara forced the words out. I'll take you to school. A pause. Then, I go with mom. Not even hesitation, just truth. Amara inhaled slowly. I'm your mother. Daniel looked at her, then said the one thing she wasn't ready to hear. She's the one who stayed. Silence. Sharp. Final. And in that moment, Amara understood. This wouldn't be won with words. At school, things got worse. Amara waited by the gate, watching. When the bell rang, children rushed out, laughing, shouting, free. Daniel came out too. He saw her, stopped. For a moment, hope flickered in her chest. Then he walked past her, straight to Lila. Mom! He ran into her arms. Amara didn't move, couldn't. A few parents glanced over, whispers, curious eyes. Who is she? Why didn't the boy go to her? Amara stepped forward. Daniel, he froze, didn't turn. Lila looked at Amara, calm but firm. He's overwhelmed, she said quietly. No, Amara replied. He's being taught to forget me. That landed. Lila's expression shifted slightly, but she didn't step back. I never told him to forget you, she said. You didn't have to. Amara shot back. Silence, tight, uncomfortable. Daniel looked between them again. That same confusion, that same quiet choice forming. Amara knelt slightly, softening her voice. Come with me today, she said. Just us. A pause, long enough to matter. Then Daniel shook his head. I'm going home with mom. Not Amara. Not anymore. The word echoed again. Final. Familiar. Chosen. Amara stood slowly. Something inside her burned now. Not just pain, determination. This wasn't distance anymore. This was a line, and someone had drawn it without her. She looked at Lila, eyes steady. This ends soon, she said. Lila didn't react, just held Daniel a little closer. We'll see, she replied. And as they walked away together, Amara stood alone, realizing she wasn't just fighting for love, she was fighting to be remembered. That evening, Amara went into Daniel's room, slowly, carefully, like she didn't belong there. His things were different. New books, new clothes, new memories. She picked up a drawing from the desk. 3 figures, Daniel, Lila, and a son above them. No space left, no trace of her. Her fingers trembled. Do you like it? She turned. Daniel stood at the door. watching her. It's nice, she said softly. He nodded, then added, she helped me draw it. Of course she did. Amara set it down, gently. Where am I? She asked. The question slipped out before she could stop it. Danielle hesitated, thinking. Then, I didn't know if you were coming back. Not cruel, just honest. And somehow, that hurts more. Amara knelt slightly, closer now. I came back for you. Daniel looked at her, searching her face, like he was trying to remember something that no longer felt clear. You left, he said. A pause, then quieter. She didn't. Silence filled the room, thick, unavoidable. Amara nodded slowly. This wasn't anger anymore. This was truth, and truth didn't bend easily. I'm here now, she whispered. Danielle didn't answer. He just stood there, caught between who she was and who she had become to him. A stranger trying to come home. Daniel didn't move closer, didn't move away either, just stood there, watching her like he was afraid of choosing wrong. Amara held her breath, waiting. Then, I'm tired, he said softly. A simple exit, a child's escape. He stepped back into the hallway. Lila's voice called from downstairs. Daniel. He turned immediately. Coming, Mom. And he left. The door stayed open, but it felt closed. Amara remained in the room alone, the drawing still on the desk, the sun still above two figures. She sat slowly on the edge of the bed. 3 years didn't feel like distance anymore. It felt like replacement. Downstairs, laughter rose again, easy, familiar. Her hands curled into fists, not tears this time, something harder, resolve. She stood, and for the first time since returning, she stopped asking to be let back in and started thinking about how to take her place back. Amara didn't sleep that night. She sat in the dark, listening. Footsteps, doors, laughter fading into silence, life continuing without her. In the morning, she was already awake when Danielle came out. He stopped when he saw her. You're up early, he said. Yes, she replied. A pause. Then she added quietly, we need to talk. Daniel shifted uncomfortably. Lila appeared behind him, instant calm in the room. Everything okay? She asked. Amara looked at her, then at Daniel. I'm not leaving again, she said. No emotion, just decision. Daniel frowned slightly. I don't want anyone fighting. Amara softened her voice. No one is fighting you. But that wasn't true. Not really. Because even silence now felt like conflict. Lila spoke gently. Maybe we should give him space. Amara didn't answer. Her eyes stayed on Daniel. I'm your mother, she said again. Not loud, not desperate, just certain. Daniel looked down and whispered, I know, but it didn't sound like enough anymore. And for the first time, Amara realized knowing wasn't the same as choosing.